Hello guys and welcome to this review. Today we're looking at the at7. This is a tier 7 British TD. at7 or Assault Tank 7. Designed by the 10th of June 1943, no prototypes were built. The parts and components of this were transferred over to the A39 Tortoise. The pros of this tank is that it has a high HP pool of all tier 7s, so this has the highest hit points. Extremely accurate and quick aiming top gun. Very high AP penetration for its tier. It has a very high rate of fire which gives it exceptional DPM, and well armored for tier 7, has a right mounted gun, which means it's able to come round a corner almost like that, just showing its gun, what makes it harder for any tank firing at you to pen it. The cons of this, even though it's very well armoured, it's pretty much all flat, what means it's easily penetrated. Large commander cupola, which is also easy penetration. It is very unmobile as it's very slow. The fact that it's low profile, which means it's good at camouflage, but when face hugging, just means it's easier to shoot straight into that cupola, and it's quite a wide tank, and your gun's on the right side, so when face hugging things, you're pretty much only able to shoot at one half of their tank. And having 203mm of armor means any gold spammers can pretty much go straight through this tank from any tier. It's got very bad gun depression and very bad gun arc. It's horrible to grind if you come from the Churchill gun carrier, but if you come from the Churchill gun carrier, you've already gone through enough pain. Instead, I recommend go through the 88. Conceived as an assault breakthrough tank, this design was completed by June the 10th, 1943, as I've said. No complete prototypes were built, however some parts and components of the at7 were used in the A39 Tortoise. Yet again, something I already said. It has a Ford GAA engine what was capable of producing 500 horsepower with a power to weight ratio of 11.21 horsepower per ton, top forward speed of 20 kilometers per hour and a top reverse speed of 10 kilometers per hour with a fire chance of 20%. Has a 6.2 second reload and an aiming time of 2.3 seconds, an accuracy of 0.31 when stationary at 100 meters, accuracy when moving 0.61 and when rotating 0.68. Max range is 720 meters, which is normal for anything higher than tier 6, I'm pretty sure. It's a max gun elevation, and this is where the problem is with the gun. It's got a max gun elevation of 7.5 degrees and a max gun depression of 5 degrees. So ideally, don't put this on a ridge, and you shouldn't really be on a ridge anyway. Has a rotation speed of 20 degrees per second and terrain resistance of 1.4, 1.6 and 2.8. The signal range is 700 meters and as you can see, it's just at the front there, at the flat bit. So if you shoot there, you're knocking out its signal range. It takes 3 ammo rounds. It's got AP Mark 1s, what can do an alpha damage of 288 and has a max penetration of 283 millimeters with a shell velocity of 1020 meters per second. APC Mark II what have an alpha damage of 288 with a max penetration of 323 millimeters and fires HE Mark IIIs, which are capable of doing 350 when penetrating, but the penetration value is only 53 millimeters. Has a splash radius of 1.28 meters and a shell velocity of 1020 meters per second. My crew has Sixth Sense and Brother in Arms. Well, Sixth Sense and Just Training Brother in Arms. That's a lot of crew members in this one tank. It says it has 8 mil of armor somewhere, but is that it? Just that, yeah. Just a little bit on the actually the gun breach is 8 mil. Okay. I don't, guys. I don't understand why it's modeled. Why some of these tanks are modeled with the armor inside the tanks, because you're not gonna. If you're gonna aim for that in there, you've got to penetrate the tank anyway. If you're gonna penetrate the tank, you're damaging it. So I don't see the point why that's there. The tracks are spaced armor and they are 31 millimeters thick with the side, that's the side of the tank, with some spaced armor alongside them of 51, with the engine deck being 51 as well, and bits on the side of the engine deck 51, and the top of the roof of the cupola and pretty much the tank is 51, and the gun's 51, and right underneath is 51 millimeters, up to 51 millimeters. At the rear it's 71, so pretty much it. At the moment you can pretty much pan the sides pretty much and the rear from anything from tier 5 all the way up to tier 9. We'll easy pen this. 90 right on the rear with bits of the tank hull being the fighting compartment being 90, and a bit of the 2 bits at the front kind of looks like a face with the eyes and the mouth. It might be just me. The lower glacis of the tank and where the machine gun port is. So pretty much if you come face on, aim the top or bottom or them 2 little bits, or aim just for that machine port. But yet again, you still got them cupolas which you're able to pen. It's 21 on the side of the fighting compartment and the side of the engine deck and the side of the hull. That's quite amazing, with the cupola being 121 as well. So pretty much able to pen all round, and on that cupola all round the cupola as well. And them little bands of 161, but pretty much if you're going to aim for anywhere like that, you're going to pen anyway, so you're going to damage this pretty much all around if you're capable of using anything over 161 millimeter penetration gun, what most tanks do. Has up to 231 round pretty much the nose of the hull and at the front of the fighting compartments, and there's a ring round the machine gun port of 279 millimeters. So, where would I recommend to pen it? Aim directly on the machine gun port cupolas, or try fire HE underneath, or just fire for that square bit, that flat square bit at the front. If you're face on and there's no way of flanking it. If not, just shoot its tracks out, circle it. You're gonna kill it from shooting the sides. The rear you're gonna pen, and both sides you're gonna pen. So yes, that's the way of taking it down. Right, so equipment, what would I recommend? I would recommend a enhanced gun lane drive and a medium caliber tank gun rammer and coated optics. The reason why I haven't put them on this tank yet is because I'm a noob and I keep on forgetting putting equipment on my tanks. How would I recommend you to play this tank to stop you from getting knocked out? Well, try to make it so you can hide that cupola. I come round the side of the building just showing your gun. As you can see, the side of the gun's quite rounded, so they will be bouncing off if they can't, and they'll be tracking you. Do not get this into open field maps. Well, don't put it in an open field location, as then you're able to be penned all round. Try not to be spotted. If you're a high tier, you're now a heavy. If you're a low tier, you're pretty much a second support vehicle. Play this tank as a second row support vehicle, and just keep that gun firing and you'll be alright. Now time for some gameplay.
We've got enemies incoming. Either take them out or capture their base. Let's go.
hope the gameplay helped you with how I play this tank, and hopefully this review has made you think about how to play this tank and how to effectively take it down when you see it on the battlefield. If it has helped you, please hit that like button. If there's still some questions you need to be asked, well, if you want to ask about this tank, leave them in the comment section. Also, if you hit that dislike button, tell me why in the comment section. Also, if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you get notified every time I upload. And hopefully, I will be producing more videos. Stay tuned. See ya.